You like Rolleiflex a lot.
You can say that.
I've been looking at those on eBay. I was staring at them last night.
Yeah?
Yeah,
There we
and
go.
the price tag scared me off. I recently got in a medium format. My buddy loaned me his Yashica A.
Okay.
And
A. Is that
I've been
TRL?
TLR, yeah.
I mean,
But it's
TLR, yeah.
yeah, it is Total Request Live with Carson Daly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You caught me.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I have dyslexia, so I do it all the time. But yeah, I'm really interested in TLRs lately, just because I've had very good luck with them. I don't know if it's the square format for me, because the Yashica shoots in 6x6.
Yeah.
And I really like that, because I like Polaroid, so I just always say it's Polaroid, but make it fancy.
I think like the 6x6 appeals to me because I'm an early Instagram user. And so like way back when it was square and only square. And so I feel like I was drawn to medium format or the square 6x6 because I wanted to put pictures on Instagram that fit like in the day.
Well, you seem to have had pretty decent success with Instagram. I've been struggling on there, man.
I don't know, dude. It's taken me almost 3 years to get 1,000 followers, so I don't know if I'd consider that successful or not. But
hey, I have like, I'm gonna look. What do I have? I have like 250, I think.
Yeah, but didn't you just start?
268. No, so that Instagram account's been around for a minute, and I cleared it out and left Instagram because I joined Substack, and I love Substack far more than I love Instagram. Substack is just better with long form written stuff, so you can put your photos in context.
I just joined it, but I feel like it's going to take me longer to sit on my phone to figure it out than I'm willing to sit on my phone and figure it out.
No, it's easy. It's fun. I love Substack. The community there is so much more welcoming than, say, Threads or Instagram. Threads is a cesspool. I don't like Threads.
Threads I did not like. I joined it, and then, like, I can't figure out how to unjoin it. So
I don't think you can.
I get the notifications all the time, and I don't want them. So
I hate how many hoops you have to jump through to turn off notifications for any app right now.
Yeah.
Because they pieced it all out to the point where you give up halfway through and then it doesn't save your settings.
I'm getting the notifications for Substack right now, and it's kind of driving me nuts because like I don't know how to use it, and so I just like turned off my email altogether today because I was so
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
But I feel like I will get into Substack. I just like need to dedicate the time to sit down and figure it out because I feel like it probably is an all right place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah. I've heard you say on your previous podcast that you like writing and that Substack is a place where you can do a lot of that. And so I also like writing, whether or not I'm good at it. I enjoy doing it. And I think maybe that would give me an outlet for some creative writing.
I think it'd be awesome, especially if you include some of your photos, because then you can include the whole spectrum of the feelings behind those photos. There are a lot of people who say, I don't like your photos that much until I read your writing with it. I'm like, well, that's kind of a backhanded compliment, but all right.
Oh man, aren't people so funky the way that they like try to compliment you, but then it ends up just like being low-key insulting?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to think about that at night for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll seriously like mull it over and I need to look at it. And I know there's another photographer. I thought of him today because I've heard you talk about your previous experience in screen printing.
Yeah.
And so he's also a screen printer, and maybe you already follow him, Eric Meow, Conspiracy of Cartographers.
Oh, I have heard that so many times.
You need to follow him. He's super cool. He lives in Seattle. He's a good photo buddy of mine. And he's on Substack also, and he's very into creative writing, things that go along with his photos and his trips that he takes. So I want to get on there because I want to look at some of his stuff too. And he might also be someone that you'd enjoy following.
Probably, because my buddy Hans has mentioned him.
Yeah.
Dan has mentioned him.
Yeah.
Ulysses has. So now I'm like, well, I guess I got to check this out because
it
takes like 5 to 10 people to get me to check something out.
I think I was like that back in the day when it was like Instagram first started, and a friend of mine suggested that I go on it, and I said, I don't know. And here at like, okay, so my public account, I have, maybe a few hundred photos, but my personal private account, I looked the other day and there are actually 26,000 photos on that account.
Ooh. Yeah, you've been doing some work.
But it's just like, okay, 99% of them are of my dog and my flowers. And so but when you are an early Instagram user, you get that far.
Yeah, the dogs and flowers pave the path. That's what they're doing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's all it is. And I have like 12 followers because it's just close friends and family, so, but, yeah, but way back in the day, when a friend suggested get on Instagram, and I said, no, and then here I am. But like way back then, it was just so much different. How long have you been on it?
So I was on Instagram across multiple accounts, and I never had super great luck. After they introduced video, the luck went away. The minute Reels took over Instagram.
I hate okay, I kick and scream about any kind of change. And when Instagram started stories, I had a huge problem with that. I boycotted it forever. And then I realized, okay, I can do this. Like, stories are fine. If like I don't want to share just dumb photos of a pen I bought, I don't know, And then but Reels I will not do. I absolutely refuse. Like, I straight up will not do Reels. You'll ever see them on my public account. Period. End of story. Not everybody.
I had to start doing them. I hate it. I hate doing shorts. I hate doing Reels. Thankfully, if I post a video on Substack, it'll automatically cut it to Reels and then upload it to YouTube for me. So I'm like, AI is good for something.
It's really driving me nuts that every time I go on YouTube, I watch a lot of YouTube at night, and the first thing it wants to show me is the shorts. Yeah, I hate that. Like, I love your podcast, and
thank you.
You're welcome. And a bunch of others that are also long form. I only like long form podcasts and YouTube videos. I just like to sit and really get into something and zone out for a while. The shorts are just like feeding into the short time spans everyone is acquiring.
I love to talk trash about them. I think I just hate making them because I'll watch some, but I'm a heavy YouTube user.
Yeah.
So it's catered to my tastes. So all my shorts will be either photography or mixed martial arts, and very few things in between.
Great.
It's like, hey, do you want to see this Leica or watch the guy get head kicked?
I mean, yeah, okay. I guess if you looked at my feed, it would be pretty, like, from bushcraft to growing flowers to photography.
Yeah, I've gotten sucked into the bushcraft one.
Oh, how can you? I mean, like, okay, I watch that shit, and can I swear?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't not swear.
Okay, sometimes I get really sweary, but like my Aunt Karen from the farm might watch this, so I really need to behave.
We'll clean you up. I'll try to edit out some of the swearing.
So I will watch that stuff, and then I'll go outside and I'll try to bushcraft something in my yard and just make believe I'm like out in the middle of nowhere.
So I live in the middle of nowhere, and we have some hills out on the back part of the property, and I constantly want to dig one of those in-ground homes that have the nice moss roof. I can't stop thinking about it, but I know I'd give up halfway through because it's real hard to dig.
Dude, now
do it. Now we're done. Yeah, I want to rent it like a backhoe and take it out back. This is kind of bushcrafting.
Just do it. Just get started one day at a time. Just one shovel dig and you're there.
I don't know about that. That's a lot of shovel digs.
Yeah, it is. I mean, those are super cool. And of course, YouTube makes it look like they built them in 5 minutes, Yeah,
and then you get discouraged when you try it because you're like, what do you mean I don't have this halfway done?
Yeah. So speaking of middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Since you're from Michigan, I feel like people from Wisconsin, we call ourselves Wisconsinites, but what do Michigan people call themselves?
Michiganders.
Michiganders? That's a tongue twister.
It is. There's a lot of things about the Midwest I don't understand.
So
why are people from Ohio called Buckeyes? They should be like Ohioans or Ohioans.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So how about for simplicity's sake, it'll be henceforth in this conversation known as a Michiganite.
I would much rather accept Michiganite.
But like, okay, so people from Wisconsin, we know people from Minnesota because it's like they're right next to us. But Michigan, like, we don't really know you.
You guys have the Upper Peninsula, so it's like everybody in the UP hates everybody in the LP, and then Wisconsin's like, yeah, we agree.
I'm the topic of the UP. Because
it's a weird place.
Because that's a heated debate. Okay, I have a couple questions because getting to know someone from Michigan is like swimming across the lake. It's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So true or false? The UP really belongs to Wisconsin, but Michigan snuck it in a shady land deal.
No, I don't think so. I think we fought the Toledo War. We have some casualties from the Toledo War in getting this. It's funny you mention this because that just came up in the podcast that released this morning.
So you actually know your state history, unlike me. I just know that we really should own the UP, but we don't, and you do, and we're insanely jealous. And so the only thing we know how to do about our jealousy is to act the most Midwest as possible, which is passive aggressive.
I don't know, man. Indiana has that down pretty good too. There's a lot of passive aggressiveness in Indiana.
Well, okay, so they kind of got kerfuffled in the land deal from what I remember from second grade. Indiana got land swiped from them as well.
You know what? I hope it did. I hope somebody stole land from Indiana because Indiana skates by because everybody dislikes Ohio and Indiana just skates by. But Indiana sucks just as much as Ohio.
Oh, they suck bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've only ever driven through it, but I just happen to know that they suck bad.
Yeah, we were raised to know they sucked.
So in Michigan, are you familiar with cheese curds?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, good. So you're a good neighbor.
Yeah, I've been to Wisconsin several times. I was there last year. We went to the Apostle Islands.
Okay, so that's I've never been there, so
yeah, it's like way up there.
Yeah, that is way up there. That's like Canada, really.
It really is. It felt Canadian.
Probably another shady land deal.
Probably. They were very nice though, and they kind of had the Canadian accent rather than the Midwest accent.
You cannot tell the difference. Well, I guess there's a couple words that are distinguishable, but in general, maybe I've been away too long. I can't tell the difference.
It's Canadians will say sorry.
Yeah.
And process a lot. Process and process are the ones that
the process thing, and there's a couple of others too. But so if you're familiar with curds, what's your sauce of choice?
I will put any sauce on almost anything. I have no preference. But ranch. Probably if it's cheese, it'll probably be ranch.
No, you can't dip dairy in dairy.
Oh, you can, and I'm lactose intolerant.
I mean, if you're gonna say, if anyone says marinara, I would guess that they're probably just from Minnesota. Exactly. It's not.
If anybody said marinara, if anybody said that as their chosen dipping sauce, I would not trust that person.
Hence, they're from Minnesota, likely from Minnesota or Illinois.
Probably.
But
Illinois. So I was born in Illinois, and I don't really have an opinion of that state other than I like Chicago.
There's not much really to Illinois except Chicago.
No, it's just Chicago.
That's all there is.
But I really like Chicago, though.
Yeah.
This might be loud. I'm opening my Fresca.
Man. Okay, so Fresca. I'm super jealous that you're having one because we can't. We have access to the American military base here, so we do some shopping at the store there every now and then and get American products. And because I like my Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
And they used to have Fresca regularly, but they don't anymore, and we're just dying. My mom. Okay, don't tell the USPS. My mom sends cans of Fresca illegally in the mail.
Yeah, that's gonna change though with the duties and stuff coming in from the U.S., right?
No,
or is it gonna be the same for you guys?
No, not for us because it's the U.S. military base is basically the U.S. So
it's duty free then.
Yeah, that's not gonna apply. But I'm just
I can't.
Super jealous of your Fresca. It's just.
I'm super jealous of the rest of the world right now for still being able to order on eBay without paying a bunch of extra money.
Yeah,
because
Well,
the Japanese camera market's about to suffer.
yeah, for sure. Because it's already, I don't know. Have you ordered anything from Japan?
Uh, I haven't yet, but I have friends who have,
Yeah.
and they got letters in the mail saying they owed money.
Yeah. I mean, the shipping cost is already pretty high. Whatever it is for you, it's if I order something from a Japanese camera company, it's about $30 to ship it. And I haven't since ordered anything, but this year. But I have a guy in Hanoi, Vietnam, who is making me a leather case for a camera, and I'm really nervous for that to show up.
Yeah.
Because I know that, usually when he sends stuff and it shows up at the door, I have to hand a 20 over to the postal delivery person. But I'm wondering what it's going to be this time. Because he said that he's having some problems sending stuff to people all around the world.
Yeah, the shipping and delivering right now
Yeah.
is just a nightmare because of all the new attempts at changing rules, and it's really screwed over businesses.
Yeah.
There's already been a number of businesses announced they're closing because they can't get what they need.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's
seeing that on YouTube.
very frustrating
There's
because
a guy,
I want a Yashica.
you do.
I do. I want to order one, but the nice ones are in Japan.
I
I don't
know.
want to have to order from the U.S. and risk it.
I have to order from, I need another lens for one of my Mamiya cameras, and the only nice ones are always on Japanese sites. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to just suck it up and add the price to it and just accept it for what it is because I really want it. So
Which Mamiya cameras are you using? I know you have an RB.
got a few.
You have a few. Do you have the 7?
No,
Oh.
I'm on the fence about that one, and I don't need it. And I'm okay. So first, okay, backtrack. I have an RZ67, and I have an RB67, and I have a Mamiya C. Hold on, it's in here. A C330 and the original Mamiya TLR. Did I say it right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the original Mamiya TLR. So I think that's it. No, and I have a Mamiya 645, which I'm gonna sell. So I have a few.
Sell, you say?
Yeah, it's totally yours if you want it. It has.
Yeah, I gotta see how irresponsible I can be with money, but
I'll give you a really
I
good
have
deal.
been looking at those.
I'll give you a good deal because I got an awesome deal on it, and it has lens what do you call it, prism separation. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Where like the prisms were put together with like basically tape, and the tape over time crumbled and gets like in the it gets in your view. You have to
Yeah.
you basically have to take the tape off to get the tape residue out of the inside of your camera, and then you get the lens separation. So there's a line when you look through the viewfinder. There's a line, but it does not show up on photos.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not. I've used way worse than that.
yeah, and if you take that off and get a waist level viewfinder, so you're looking down, it's no problem at all. It's just in the prism finder that you hold up to your face.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I would switch over to a waist level anyways.
yeah.
Because
So yeah,
I was never into that until recently, and now that's all I want to shoot with.
yeah, that camera's totally yours. I can, yeah, definitely. I haven't shot. Put a roll through it when I first got it a few years ago, but not since then. So I'll test it out before I offload it to you.
Yeah, let me know how much you want for it, and I'll see if I can financially feasibly do it because I would absolutely love one of those. I want to. So the reason I want one is because I'm going to start incorporating film into my professional work more. I did it for the first time this past weekend, and people loved it.
Yes.
And now I have way more people hitting me up for portraits.
Yes.
So I kind of want to upgrade from like the A1 or the A2E and really focus on having a nice high-end medium format camera.
So who's loving it? Like, who are your clients that are getting into it?
So it started because I was on a music video set and I shot some portraits. I think I shared like one on Instagram.
Yeah, I looked at a few of yours. Yeah.
Yes, and this girl really liked them. She showed some people, and those people liked it, and some of the people on set liked it. And now they're talking about family shoots and portraits and expanding that. So it's just...
Do it.
It's weird. Do you take portraits of people? Because I haven't seen much of that on Instagram.
So, I guess I wish I did, but yes and no. Okay, so back in the day, and I might as well just like go like way back. Because I feel like every time I try, like I think about, okay, I'll tell this part of the story. There's like pre-story.
Oh yeah, always. That's the Midwest in us.
For sure. And okay, so when I was in high school, I got a job at a portrait studio in my hometown, and we did seniors and families and weddings and all that stuff. And I was not a photographer; I was just an assistant. And so I kind of got the bug then for people photography. And then after I had graduated college and life and life and life, and then moved here, I was I had a very successful portrait business, but I was shooting digital at the time. That was like right around the time that film was rolling over to digital, and I was a late arriver to digital. So I shot hundreds and hundreds of families, hundreds, and I did probably as many seniors and some small weddings in the area, but I think I did so much of it that I burned out on it. So, and
Yeah.
so after there was a lapse in living here, and then we lived in Washington State for a while, and I started people portraiture there, but I just wasn't feeling it anymore. So I kind of stopped taking pictures of people and started taking pictures of other things. But yeah, I have shot lots and lots of portraits of lots of people, and I think it's something that I wish I did again, but in a different way. If I could start over, it would be completely different. But I just don't know what people want anymore because it's been so long since I've like put a camera in front of a person. I have like a small handful of friends here every now and then. I'll, hey, can you sit down in the chair? But no. So yeah, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
So the trick is that nobody knows what they want for their portraits
I'm
ever.
familiar with. That
Yeah.
is not changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clients don't know. The
Yeah.
photographer doesn't know.
Mhm.
Everybody's just looking at stuff online and being like, I guess that pose is all right. Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll call that something and repeat it.
Yeah.
But I'd really like to see some portraits from you because I think you have a really good style of composition. Are you somebody who focuses on composition because it seems like
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And when I'm
because
looking
it's
at,
very well done.
thank you. And when I'm looking at others' work, I'm looking at it from like a photo critique eye sometimes. And the first thing I notice is composition every
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Because I do have formal education in photography. And so rule of thirds is just like my baseline.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
rule of thirds, then deleting lines. If you combine those two things, somebody's going to be like, awesome photo, man.
Yeah, really, because that's like what the human eye is really drawn to. And so those are two fundamentals of photography for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not formally educated. I came from YouTube University.
man, no formal education needed. I only have it because it was like we didn't. I think I'm a few years older than you, and so when I was growing up, we didn't have, or when I was even in my 20s, and we didn't have like YouTube education.
Yeah, I went hard on YouTube education.
Yeah.
I graduated high school and did one semester of community college.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
but I already had a career in the arts with screen printing and design.
Yeah.
And I was going to college for graphic design, and I was like, I'm already working in this field. Why am I still going to college?
Yeah. See, exactly. Yeah. So formal education isn't always required, and I think at some point I realized that, and so I just started doing something else education wise. But yeah, because it was everything that I wanted to know. I just needed to put into practice. So I didn't continue with photography as education. I sometimes wish I would have, because I quit that part of education at a really fundamental point where it was like I learned all the basics and how to be a decent photographer, but everything advanced technique is where I stopped education. So I kind of feel like, but then I picked up a digital camera and I feel like I didn't need advanced techniques anymore.
No, I think you do great I would not be shocked at all if you had some kind of degree in photography.
Thanks.
I feel like you are a very well-rounded photographer.
Thanks.
Because I tried to find a photo I didn't like and that I could critique harder. Because I always do that. Every photographer does it. They'll scroll through somebody's feed and be like, and just scoff at one or two photos.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not in a bad way. It's in we need to make ourselves feel secure kind of way.
Yeah, and we need to feel comfortable being able to give a critique and receive a critique too. That's how you get better.
Yeah. It's the people who get really upset about critiques.
Yeah.
Are not stable people. Okay, there's a caveat to this. It's a constructive criticism.
Yeah.
If somebody gets mad about constructive criticism, I am worried about those people. But if somebody who's doing a criticism is just mean and spiteful and hateful for no reason,
right.
That's helping nobody except the person's own ego.
It's all about intention. If someone is critiquing with intent to help, then if it's well intended, then it should be well received. But if it's critiquing to berate someone else's photography or skill or just them as a person, then no. I would get defensive, and that would be the right thing to do. But
yeah, it just makes it hostile.
Yeah,
it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Do you follow the Beginners Photography group?
I do not.
Oh my God. The comment section there is the worst place I've ever seen on the internet. And I've seen some pretty horrible things on the internet, but the level of meanness and spitefulness, it's all these beginning photographers will post things, and sometimes they're not great photos, and they'll ask what they did wrong. And then the professional photographers come in and just hate on these people to the point a lot of them are posting their cameras for sale within 2 hours.
I feel like that's probably, the title of the group kind of tells you what the content's going to be like, and anything beginner-ish is going to be subject to just mass criticism.
Yeah.
And if
they'll be like, you need to give up, kill yourself, just horrible things.
Just go throw your camera off a cliff because you suck at this forever.
Yeah. And I'm sure every photographer has heard that at some point. It's just different when that comment gets 7,500 likes on it.
No
I think you realize 8,000 people agreed.
From what I understand, Facebook is probably the worst for negative feedback, second to Instagram. Yeah. And so I feel like if you put anything at all on Facebook, you're just asking for it handed to you.
Well, if you're putting anything on Facebook right now, you shouldn't be expecting anything as far as traction goes, because Meta killed Facebook. Facebook has zero traction. My family doesn't even see half my stuff.
Right.
It's pay to play. Meta turned into pay to play, and that's on Instagram and Facebook, and that's why I bailed and went to Substack.
Yeah.
I tried Threads. That didn't go well.
Yeah.
TikTok's doing all right.
Oh, I won't do it.
I said the same thing, and then I started sharing things on there, and the subscriber count on the show started going up. So I'm like, I guess I'm a TikToker now.
Really? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I just I feel like I spend enough time on Instagram, and then if I end up on Substack in some sort of capacity, that will be a time suck as well. I'm someone who tries. I set the time limits on my phone for social media and stuff. So I'm very conscious of how much time I spend on it. So I'll give myself 5 Substack minutes per day.
Oh, you're going to spend so much more time on Substack than 5 minutes?
I will not.
Once you realize there's people putting out full magazines from their personal Substacks for free for people to read.
Okay.
And there's so many incredible writers on there.
So maybe I need to exchange my social media minutes from Facebook for Substack.
Oh, I would immediately abandon Facebook. That's the one I would probably abandon if I had to.
Yeah. That's one of those apps where, you wake up in the morning and you just open everything and see what's going on. It's like bad news, just no matter what.
Yeah. And no matter which app you're checking, you're getting bad news in the morning.
Yeah. Instagram's a little bit better because I like looking at people's pictures, but even then you just don't see much anymore. I've
noticed that there's not a lot of political or world news going on Instagram.
It's nice.
It is very nice.
Yeah.
So what I like about Substack is there's no ads.
Oh, no way.
But so they're talking about slowly transitioning to very sparse ads to help fund the platform because of the amount of people that have come over. They need the money for it to power the servers or whatever. But I think they're going to be vetting their ads where it has to be either a verifiable product and nothing political. I think that's the way they're going, which I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
If they're trying to sell me something catered to my needs, I'll probably buy it.
Don't say that's the quiet part. Don't say that out loud.
I'm just saying those targeted ads have gotten real spot on lately.
It's too late.
Yeah. So I've noticed you have mastered Phoenix.
Yeah. Okay.
How, what tips and tricks do you have? Because it seems like everybody has major beef with Phoenix and get
except me.
big, like the spread of results is crazy. And the ones I'm looking at for you, I'm like, this is Phoenix? How the hell did she do this?
Okay. So this is a bit of a hot topic for me, really, because like I feel like I have some pretty strong feelings sometimes, and they can come off like low-key offensive.
Oh, that's fine. We're all about that here.
And I have like strong feelings about Phoenix and Harmon. But so what I've decided about Phoenix is that this is like my opinion. I'll preface what I'm going to say with that is that you need to be a very technically skilled photographer to shoot it. So,
I don't think that's a hot take.
yeah, what I think Harmon did could have been improved upon is when they sent out their test rolls, they sent it to some very talented photographers who are very technically skilled, some of them whom I consider friends, but they also sent it to some of the wrong people because, they're trying to get some reach. And so they sent it to high follow influencers with high follow numbers. And, companies do that for a reason. They want their product seen, but those people aren't necessarily maybe the best photographers. Trying to be nice.
Yeah, no, you're right. I know exactly what you're saying.
So I think that some of the people that they sent the rolls of film to shot it in the same way that they would have shot like whatever else that they're using, usually Portra 400, and it just simply cannot be shot that way. It can't. You can't treat Portra 400 the same way that you treat Ektar. So why would you try to treat Phoenix the same way that you treat Portra 400? And when Phoenix doesn't turn out for them the way that Portra 400 does, they get really upset and just say Phoenix sucks and they need more research and development and they need to keep trying. It's like, okay, well, I'm really, really bad at shooting Ektar and I'm not going to blame it on Ektar. I'm just like, I suck at it. Like, I just don't it's just not my film. And so I really feel like there were some things that they definitely needed to improve upon with Phoenix 1, but those are things you can get around if you shoot it properly, which I feel like I did. And the way that I shoot it is in totally even light. Like I eliminate hard shadows in my scenes and I eliminate highlights. It just is not a film that handles either one of those things well, and that's very widely known. So I look for a very evenly lit scene, and good light matters. I think you can get away with suboptimal light with a lot of different films, but with Phoenix you cannot. Yesterday it was really cloudy and rainy here, and I had Phoenix loaded in my camera and I wanted to finish it off because I wanted to load something else, and I just popped off the remaining 3 shots, and it was the wrong light and I knew it, and they definitely did not work out. And so that was dumb, but I knew it. I knew that they weren't going to work out, and so I feel like it has to be absolutely the optimal condition for Phoenix, which is even lighting. Like right now would be really good outside here because there's it's partly sunny, like those big puffy white clouds. It's like the perfect, and so when one of those rolls over, there's still a lot of reflective sunlight everywhere. And so you have that to fill in your shadows, and then you have a nice diffuse scene, and because you have perfect clouds out there. And so that would be really good for Phoenix. But if the sun comes out and highlights any part of that scene at all, I just don't shoot it. I just, no.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do you rate it for? Box speed?
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
What?
Yes. So like there's one the very last post I made, I think I put like 4. Oh no, that was Phoenix too. But or was it? I don't know. There was a shot where there was like some dried lavender hanging on my greenhouse door and it was actually in bright sun, and that's like not a scene that I would shoot Phoenix in at all. But I did just because I was like outside and
I'm doing research right
yeah,
now here. I'm
yeah,
going to look at this.
yeah. Check it out. It's okay. I'll look too because I didn't even remember. Oh, it's the this the third one. Do you see like the lavender hanging on the door?
That's Phoenix?
Yeah. So greenhouse and Phoenix one appreciation post. That's not a scene I would shoot Phoenix in like normally because do you see there's just like
How the hell?
shadows. But
Yeah.
and so
But how the hell? Why? I don't
I
understand
think
how you're shooting it at box speed.
I don't know. And so I think I shot that just because I was like out there shooting and I thought, oh, what the heck. But I think it wasn't direct sun. I know that for sure. And so I think that's probably what helped the highlights retain. But
It's incredible. The
I
work you're getting from it is incredible.
I love it. And I love the color tones of Phoenix One, the warm tones that you get. I love the way that it renders orange and red because I just don't like red. I don't like red in film that I shoot. I see red that other people shoot and it looks awesome, but I just feel like I can never get red to look right. And so I just feel like I don't have to try very hard with Phoenix One. With reds and oranges. And so I am really, really upset that Phoenix 2 like leans more toward blue because I just it's like blue is like my least favorite color ever. And so I am not like a huge fan of the way that that's turning out. And so I just like mass bought Phoenix 1 because I panicked. And so
How much did you buy?
well, I bought 2 bricks, so 20 rolls, and then I got those in the mail just recently, and then I just bought 2 more bricks because
What? Holy crap.
they're not gonna make it anymore. And so I looked at the expiration date and it's good till like next end of 2026. So I'm like, okay, that's enough to get me through. Because I really like shooting it in the fall time. I don't shoot it in the summer. I like it for fall. So that will be enough Phoenix 1 to get me through next fall season.
So, do you think they're going to discontinue it?
I think so. And I'm upset about it because I love it.
So, I don't think that they are. Because it has a super dedicated fan base, and they called Phoenix 2 for a reason.
You're right.
And there's entirely different brandings for it. They invested in the design for it. I would be shocked if they discontinued Phoenix 1.
That's a good point.
Although I have been wrong about many things before, and I have no inside information on it whatsoever. But I think it's something that they're going to keep around because enough people use it and like it, and it's a very stylized look.
Yeah, I think that what I wish they would do is keep Phoenix 1 and maybe just like I really don't feel like it needs improving. I feel like it needs to be shot correctly. I think if people can use it properly, then people will get better results and they can keep that formula the way that it is. I wish they would keep both. I've just been seeing I shot 1 roll of Phoenix 2. I bought one and I shot it last week and I posted it. That's the most recent post that I made was Phoenix 2. And it was nice, but it was definitely like blue in the highlights and it's just not my thing. And I've seen a lot of stuff that other people have been shooting and it's very, very blue.
I shot 1 roll of Phoenix 2 on 35 though.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
not quite the same. But there is a lot of blue in the highlights. There was almost like a neon blue glow in the sky at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily hate that because I shoot a lot of Vision 500T, so I'm used to that blue leaning look.
Yeah.
Very hit or miss for me on what I like and what I don't like. I go through phases, but I kind of really liked Phoenix 2.
Yeah.
And I am not a technically proficient photographer. I'll tell anybody that. And I did not do good with Phoenix 1.
Yeah.
but I still think it's cool. I think it's a cool film, and I'm going to shoot more of it.
Yeah, you gotta just try. Okay, so like, I mean, I don't know. Next time I'm shooting it, I can take like a video of what the lighting conditions look like and show you, because I just feel like it's one of those things where a long time ago I was teaching someone photography. I gave workshops a long time ago. I gave just like photo 101 workshops, and she asked me, how do you something about a question to the effect of, how do you come up with like the ideas or something art related? And I said, I can't teach you the artistic skill, but I can teach you the technical skill. And so I can't really describe the types of scenes that I shoot Phoenix in, but I can show you what it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think if you made a video like that,
yeah, yeah.
you could post it to your Instagram shorts.
Yeah,
And
you're right. No. Well, interestingly, when I was started shooting Phoenix last fall was when my Instagram really started getting some traction, because people were getting really interested in how I was getting such good results from Phoenix. And
you really are.
I don't know if did you scroll back far enough to get to like my Phoenix stuff from last year?
I have scrolled through
Okay.
multiple scrolls of your Instagram, and it has you have curated such a very uniform look to your Instagram. Is that an intentional thing where you like pull your hair out over it, or is it just, this is how I shoot, here you go?
I think that's just what I shoot. I think that's funny that you say that, because I've felt that my feed does not look in any way like cohesive or have a style at all, because I just kind of like shoot what I want to shoot. Yeah. And so anyway.
No, man, yours is so much more cohesive than mine. Mine's a nightmare.
So you know how you can like, have you used ChatGPT to roast your own Instagram?
Oh, I'm not that confident
Okay.
at all.
I did, and it roasted me, and it was like, there's just like no theme to your grid. It's just like all over the place. You have like no style and stuff. And then it was like, you must be in the age, like the 40 to 50 age bracket, because your grid is seasonal. I'm like, you jerk, you're correct.
You hurt me, and I made you do it.
Because I guess the thing to do, like Gen Z and like millennials, is you're supposed to have like cohesion in your Instagram grid, and I don't have that. At least I feel like, because it is seasonal. Like, I will not post summer pictures in winter. I just won't. And so I think it's funny that you do feel like there is a semblance of cohesion in my grid.
Oh, I think it's very cohesive. It shocked me by how cohesive it was. I wrote that down. I said,
No way.
Curated a very uniform looking portfolio. Is this intentional or just a byproduct of the way you shoot?
That's definitely a byproduct, and it's just like the stuff that I see that I shoot, and it's like all kind of has this underlying theme, and so maybe it just all kind of goes together, you know. Like, I look in my closet and everything's green. I just pick clothes that I see that I like. I shoot stuff that I see that I like, and it all goes together.
It does, and I think I have looked at a lot of Instagrams over the last several weeks because of requests to be on the podcast and everything. And yours is probably in the top 5 of the most well-curated ones. I really liked it.
Thank you.
I was like, damn, she's talented.
That's so nice. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Sometimes I feel like I don't know. I really like sharing stuff. I really like putting nice things out into the world and putting something nice in a feed for people to see. And so it's really cool to hear a compliment like that. I appreciate it.
No, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
I will. If I didn't like something, I'm not somebody who's going to be quiet about it. I do not like those photos.
Yeah.
Please log off the chat. But I really enjoyed your feed. It was relaxing to look at, instead of seeing there's different tribes in the Instagram sphere, where there's the ultra gritty street Sony photographers. You know the style. And then there's the people who like flashbang people in the streets. Mm-hmm. And then there's landscape photographers. But I almost feel like you're shooting your own lifestyle in a very artistic, uniform way. Mm-hmm. Because like you said, you don't include a lot of people in your work now.
Right.
and I just think it's different and fun and relaxing. I felt relaxed when I was looking at your feed.
You know, I've gotten that exact feedback a couple of times, and that makes me feel really good because that is exactly my intention. I like to shoot stuff that kind of has like a dream state, wish you were here, seeking aloneness kind of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know how like when you're sitting, okay, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but when I sit and I'm kind of like staring out the window, and then you like are starting to relax, and your eyes do that thing where they like kind of things become a little bit blurry, and like you're just kind of like it's like a daydream.
Yeah.
You realize, okay, I'm zoning out, like I better get up and do whatever. But like that point where your vision kind of gets blurry and you feel like super zen, that's what I'm like, that's where I am when I'm taking pictures. And
Yeah.
so,
You're disassociating.
yeah, absolutely. And so that's what I'm trying to put in a feed is that like daydream relaxed state. So yeah.
Yeah. I think the way I experienced it and the way I thought of it was I have this very vivid memory of being a kid at my parents' house, and we had this old Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
And we had to clean it out, so we took. This all came from your Instagram, by the way. Like, it has nothing to do with the photos, but it has everything to do with the photos. And we took the seat out of the back, the old bench seat, and it was summer, and I was sitting on it, and I was laying down on it on my parents' front porch, and my eyes were closed, and I could see the sun through my eyelids,
Yeah.
and that's what your photography reminded me of.
That's awesome.
Like, I don't know why it took me there, but I was like, it just felt warm and relaxing.
Yes. That's okay. That tells me that I'm achieving my goal because that is what I'm trying to do. And so that's really awesome feedback and it tells me I'm doing the right thing. So that's much appreciated.
Yeah, you're absolutely nailing it.
Seriously. Oh, speaking of, okay, so that brings me to like, I've heard you say this on your podcast a couple of times, and I was like, I really wanted to bring it up because I feel the same way. So when you have said that when you started shooting film not that long ago, like
Correct. I think it's been a year and a half, 2 years ago.
that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a really good understanding of the technical skill required.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, just like some of the stuff that you're talking about and the jargon that you're using is like, I don't even know what you're talking about sometimes.
Oh, see, so I really went hard on YouTube University.
It sounds like it, but you have acquired a lot of knowledge, and so for not shooting film for very long, you're doing a really good job of learning the things that you need to learn, the fundamentals, which is surprising because I think a lot of people who pick up film now are just like jumping ahead. When I was in high school, I played musical instruments, and my band teacher would always say to me, because I always wanted to like play out of a book of pop songs, and he would say, no, you're not ready for this yet. You have to have your meat and potatoes before you can have dessert. And so I feel like a lot of younger film shooters are doing the same thing, just kind of picking up film cameras, a roll of Portra 400 and really going for it without learning the technical skill. But I think that where you're going with it is you're doing the right thing, is you're learning the fundamentals first. At least I can tell that that's what you're doing from what you're saying in your podcast so far. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I work very hard on doing things the right way when it comes to film. With digital,
you have to.
Dude, I'll mess so many things up.
Yeah.
I'll butcher a digital image.
Oh, totally.
With film, I will slow down. Yeah, because it's free.
Yeah.
It's free, and you can use, if I'm shooting like family portraits or something, and somebody walks in the background, I'll use generative AI all day to remove that. I'll just circle and remove, gone.
Yeah.
Or clone, stamp.
Yeah. Totally.
Digital or on film, I'm like, what's in the frame is in the frame.
Yep.
And I'm only digitally removing dust. That's the only thing I will do.
You can try, but film will humble you and it'll bring you back around. And you're gonna have to learn the technical skill at some point. You might as well just suck it up and do it. So what I'd heard you talk about was that when you are out and about, or when you're talking to people in your hometown, they're like, "Dude, why are you shooting film?" Or like, they just have like rude things to say because it's like you're probably the only person in your town that's shooting film,
Probably close to it. It's under 10.
Yeah. And so it's the same way in my hometown in Wisconsin. There's like a photography group on Facebook that I joined. And even though I live here, I'm still very much in my head home. And so
Yeah.
I'm still really involved because inevitably I'll move back. And so I participate a lot in, groups and things, and still have all of my friends there. So I participate in this photography group for my hometown, and it's like 99% digital. There's one guy who shoots film sometimes, maybe two. And if he posts anything, there's like, the barrage of comments like, why would you shoot film? Why, film, what's that? You can still get film. And just like, oh, you've seen it, you've heard it all.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like, and then I'm always the one who gets on there and I'm like,
Yeah. Actually,
nobody hears from me like the rest of the year, but if there's a film comment, I am like the first one to defend it. Because
how do you feel about the resurgence of film and the way it's come back?
awesome. I feel like so excited, but like trying to explain that to, the majority of the people who are making those comments are older, and it's like you can just point out the fact that film is a thing again, but they're just not going to hear it. And a lot of them really just want to keep shooting their digital because it's easier for them, and they shot film forever, so why would they want to do this again? But one of the things I say to people when they make these comments is I say, okay, well, do you ever ask a painter why they don't just use Procreate on iPad?
I bet they would. They would, but there's a lot of people I think that just don't understand artistic process. They don't understand people doing something for the enjoyment of it. They feel like it has to be a direct lead to money or as easy as possible.
Yeah, totally. So I feel like that's sometimes my response is, okay, and ask an artist, like a paint or a sketch artist, why they don't just sketch on a digital device.
Yeah.
So why would you ask a photographer who shoots film why they just don't use a digital camera? That's my comeback.
Yeah. People don't understand. I've just started saying because I wanna, and then they don't really have a comeback for that because they usually have something prepared for any kind of a side that you would give them.
Right.
I was like, because I want to.
Yeah, exactly. And
It kind of shuts them down.
The Midwest is usually where everything arrives last because it's like dead center of the country. And so if, something starts on either coast and it arrives like at the Midwest, 5 or 10 years later. So I think that a lot of the people who are in that area and not aware of film, it's just by virtue of region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really might be a part of that because I feel like there's parts of the UP that just got indoor plumbing.
Yeah. Yeah. Same with like Alaska, compost toilets and stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, we're just way behind everything. And I don't know. I feel like I'm going to catch flack for saying this. I already know I'm going to. But I feel like the Midwest lacks a lot of artistic culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they're so heavily influenced by both East and West that it's hard for an artist to find their own identity in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And there are a few that have. It just takes them time to develop that, and there's not one overall look to it. They're usually trying to emulate something.
I think that, there probably are a lot of reasons for that. And I think it comes down to people being afraid of criticism. I mean,
the Midwest doesn't handle criticism well.
No, it's just sort of part of the culture is that people can be really harshly critical. And so I think there's just a lot of fear of people expressing themselves artistically because they don't want to subject themselves to such, to that kind of behavior. So, yeah, lacking.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that was at least true for me growing up is that anything I wanted to do artistically was subject to criticism, and that was something that I was really averse to as a child. But it was like it was just built into the culture, and it was okay then to harshly criticize art, even art that children would do. So I feel like people are in general scared of putting themselves out there artistically. So the culture just lacks a lot of creativity in general.
Last year, it might have been a couple years ago now, but there's a city here called Saginaw, and somebody offered up their big farm silos to be a place for a big mural to paint. The artist, it was not paid for by taxpayer funds, to my knowledge. And this guy spent all this time painting this, and the only thing I see anytime anybody ever posts about this mural is just people complaining about how they hate it so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, maybe if you guys tried your own art projects, there would be something out there that you enjoyed instead of just the harsh criticism of this. And I can't say I'm a fan of the art style, but I think it's cool that it's out there and that somebody's doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the same thing happens in my hometown in Wisconsin. Actually, there was a mural that was put on a wall downtown recently, and it got a lot of criticism. And it's just like, okay, I don't, like you just said, I don't always appreciate certain art styles either, but it's cool that it's there. And I appreciate that fact.
Yeah, it's like using a film stock that you aren't particularly a fan of. Mm-hmm. That's not for me, but somebody else is doing incredible things with it.
Yeah, like Ektar. And like lots of people are doing awesome. Have you shot Ektar?
I have not, because that's a different development process, right? Is that
no? E6? Ektar is
C41.
C41.
Is it?
Yeah, E6 is what slide film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be a different development process.
Okay.
So
I wasn't positive.
I just don't get along with Ektar.
I gotta try it.Maybe I'll get along with it.
I don't know. Maybe you would, because you have been shooting Vision3 film, and I feel like they're very similar. At least in.
Oh, I'd probably like it then.
Yeah, maybe you should try Ektar. Yeah, but it's 100 speed, so now or never, because it's about to get like gloomy,
Yeah.
Unless you're shooting.
Real gloomy.
Yeah.
I hate winter. I'm already dreading it. I just posted on Substack like a drone shot over Lake Huron. Awesome. And I'm like, this winter hellscape is coming back and I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, but okay, are you getting like a ton of snow in Michigan still, like in winter?
Yeah, last year was the worst year in a while, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
Way more snow than Wisconsin does, I think, because you have lake effect. No, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it does. Okay. The lake effect will hammer us. I'm over to where the lake effect doesn't really affect me that much, but along the west coast of Michigan, nightmare snow.
Okay. Because Wisconsin has not been getting as much in recent years. But I've heard that this year is supposed to be a polar vortex, so you prepare yourself for frozen.
There was a polar vortex the last 3 years, and it sucked. I was out coyote hunting at 3 a.m. in negative 40-degree weather.
That's self-inflicted.
It was. I don't know why I'm complaining about it. I made that decision.
Because we secretly love it. We do not get a deep freeze here in this region of Germany, or really much of Europe at all. It's very Mediterranean tending. And so I just miss that bone chilling. I mean, I miss it because I haven't been able to, if we do get a night that gets down into single digits, I am on my patio breathing, and it's just awesome.
Your snot's freezing in your nose, and you're just
and you just the ice in your eyes and your eyebrows, and that's just cool. And I really miss that. You don't realize when you grow up that way, experiencing that, you need it. I feel like it's okay. So there's in gardening, there's a thing called cold stratification, and some seeds need it, where they need to be frozen for a while before you plant them. And so I feel like people from the Midwest are the same way. We need cold stratification.
No, I do not. I need to move to a nice tropical location where it never drops below 65, maybe in the 50s in the fall, and I can have a nice hot cider. But I hate living where the air hurts my face. I have seasonal depression, so winter obliterates me. So
what you need to do is learn how to shoot indoors more, and that will get you through. So I love shooting outside, and in the winter, when you are shooting film cameras, you have a lot of them don't handle cold well. And so winter is a really good time to experiment with black and white film stocks indoors. And do you shoot with a tripod usually?
Yeah, off and on.
Yeah, so just like start getting comfortable and familiar with tripod inside. Just use it as like learning experience with film. I know you're home developing, aren't you? Have you home developed black and white?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so okay. I think probably 2 years ago. I only started home developing, I think 3 years ago, and black and white was like really hard to learn how to do.
Really?
So many
What
mistakes. Oh my god.
what was the first chemical you used?
Uh, I want to say XT3. I've
Okay.
used basically every chemical on the market, and it took me forever to become comfortable and consistent with at least one of them. And so now I'm using HC110, which is like what everybody uses for a lot of people use it. That between that and D76, but I've used Rodinol a few times, and I've liked that. But now I'm to the point now with black and white where I know what I'm gonna get, which is like where you always want to be.
Yeah.
Like I know what the role is going to look like, but it took a really long time to get there. It was just such a struggle. I was asking like tons of questions to people on there's a Discord group that I belong to, and everybody on there is really helpful, and I was just asking questions all the time. I felt like I owed them money or something. But I think I spent like a whole winter doing that, just kind of like getting through the winter, learning how to develop black and white because it's just so challenging. I mean,
So I didn't have any trouble with black and white until the chemicals went bad because I started out with DF96 or whatever from Cinestill, the monobath developing because the other stuff intimidated me and it would give up on you after like
yeah,
12 rolls sometimes or 6 rolls.
did.
And there was surging, there was all kinds of issues with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once I switched to Rodinol, game immediately improved.
Yeah.
And now I'm to the point where I kind of know what I'm going to get as well. It just depends on which film stock I'm
Nice.
using.
Okay.
But I like black and white development a lot.
Yeah. Every now and then I'll just like really Jones for like black and white and just go crunch some out, in the bathroom. And yeah, it's okay.
What film are you using?
I love both Kentmere 400 and Kodak Tri-X 400. Those are my two favorite black and white films.
I have a bulk roll of Kent 400 that I baby.
It's good stuff.
It is, man. People hate on it a lot.
I know, but
They hate on that. They hate on Fomapan. But
I don't get
I've
along.
had good luck with both of those.
Yeah, I'm not a FOMA fan. Just
You're not a Foma fan of Fomapan?
nice. No, I don't get along with it. I just feel like I can't, and it's probably my fault. It's definitely user error because I see people doing such awesome stuff with FOMA. So I could give it another try maybe this winter when I'm like going through that dedicate winter to black and white, learning. I'll try FOMA again. I know I have some in the fridge, but I just love Kentmere. I feel like I love Kentmere for like wintertime because you can push it so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, you can push every film, but I feel like the results from Kentmere being pushed are probably the best.
I feel like they're really solid and it doesn't get overly grainy.
No, it's awesome. The best way I can think to describe it, okay, I took this picture once with Kentmere and I pushed it to 1600 and it was like of some flowers on a table in my living room and I felt like I could swim through it. That's what it That's the best way I can think to describe it because it was just so like dreamy and loose. It was awesome. It just was good. And so after that one, I was like, yes, Kentmere. So there's a bunch of that in the fridge, but Tri-X, I like Tri-X for summertime, I think, because I really like highlights and stuff on that film. Yeah.
How out of control is your film fridge right now? Oh no, the laughter was a big clue.
It's full.
It's full?
Oh, for
Man,
sure.
even mine ain't full.
It's full. And I do go through it every now and then, and there's some stuff that's like expiring in there that I feel really bad about because, like film's expensive, but now that fall is coming and I have like lots of Phoenix to shoot, stuff's just going to continue to expire. I know there's some Ektar expiring in there.
Some expiring Ektar, you better get out there and use your favorite film. Make sure it doesn't go to waste.
Now it's getting too late now. That stuff's too slow for what the weather that's coming up. There are people who are way more talented at Ektar than I am that I should really just hand it off to. But
See, in those situations, I get frustrated that I'm not good at something, and then we'll dedicate all too much time trying to get better at that subject or that film or that project. I'm motivated by my own spite towards the project to get better at something.
That's a Midwest trait.
It is, and I think
Yes.
I always tell people the spite powers me. In my last Substack article, I said I am powered by the spite.
Dude, that's legit. Spite and anger keeps us warm inside, and that's what we need in the winter. That's why I always like have this these low-key strong opinions, because it's what gives me thermal energy.
Yeah, it's how we survive. Like, what did you call it? Cold stratification. It's the spite keeps us alive through cold stratification.
It does.
It's like it's like when they find a toad embedded in a piece of coal that's been there for years. It's just that's how we survive.
We did, but I won't. I've given up Ektar. I think there's actually probably 3 rolls in there, because I did shoot one and then I did try it again. So I feel like I did my part and I gave it a second chance. But there will be no third chances.
Are you shooting mostly 120 then because of your rolly addiction?
Yeah. I'll go on like a 35 tear every now and then, but I hate developing 35 millimeter, and so I send that out. And so,
Oh, really?
oh God, I hate
I
it.
feel like 35 is so much easier than 120.
Easier, maybe. No, it's not. It might be like, I can't, no. I always get streaks because the chemicals get stuck in the sprockets. Like, that happens to me a lot. So I know that's like user error, because I'm probably not agitating properly. I have no idea. But mostly the reason I hate 35 is because I hate scanning. Tech is not my friend, hence analog. And I just refuse to do it. And I feel like I never get, my scanning results from 35 are never good.
No?
No.
I'm hit or miss. I'm very hit or miss with my scanning.
Dirty, muddy, like grain. I love 35 millimeter lab scans. And so I will, if I travel, I'll take a 35 millimeter camera. But every now and then, like, I think I shot 35 for the majority of June and July. I don't think I picked up a medium format camera for those 2 months at all. And so I'll just kind of get like in these little habits of, if I pick up a camera and then I'm like, oh, I love this camera, I'm just going to keep shooting this. And then I'll shoot it for a while, and then I'll put it down for whatever reason, and I'll pick up another camera and just keep shooting it. And the rest of them are just sitting on a shelf collecting dust. I don't know. But yeah, 35 makes it into rotation. I'll sometimes feel bad for my cameras, like, oh, I haven't used my Spotmatic in forever. I should probably take it off the shelf. And,
always take the Spotmatic. Which one do you have? The first Spotmatic?
The SP2.
Ooh, me too. We're
really?
SP2 buddies.
Yes.
Yeah, right up here.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
Because I actually want to shoot it. Boom. SP2.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, here's mine.
I love this camera.
Do you have the radioactive lens?
I do. The 1.8?
Yeah.
This one tests positive for the Geiger counter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, me too. This was my mom's camera when she was 16. She bought it for herself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so that's the camera that I grew up really lusting over, that she would never let me touch. That's the camera and lens that took all of my childhood photos. And so I love it, and I love everything that comes out of it. I never get, like, I can shoot a whole roll of 36 and love every single frame, because that camera is just awesome. The lens is awesome.
The viewfinder on those things is incredible.
Yes.
If every camera had that viewfinder, every camera would be my favorite camera.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such a good...
The only thing I don't like is the light meter. I'll use an external light meter.
I do too.
That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, I don't have a battery in this, and I don't use the light meter either. Not even sure if it works, but no, I don't use that.
I mean, mine technically does, but mine reads upside down and backwards, because the only way the battery works is if it's upside down, so it reverses polarity or whatever. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I don't even use a real light meter. I just use my phone app.
Do you have an iPhone or? Well,
no, I have a Pixel.
So like, smartphones take really well exposed photos. And so
Yeah.
I feel like the light meter apps can absolutely be trusted because every photo you take with your phone is properly exposed. So
Yep.
yeah. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with using a light meter app. I use that sometimes, but most of the time I use like I don't have them here at my desk, but the little teeny tiny external light meters from TT Artisan, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because
Is it one of the like analog style ones with the
no,
arrow, or
it's
is it
just,
a digital one?
yeah, the little lights, the LED lights. But only because I don't like, when I'm shooting film, I like to separate myself from technology. And so
Yeah.
if I get my phone out of my pocket, I just feel like it just feels really, I just don't like it. And then if I'm
Yeah.
taking like a meter reading with, the external meter, it's less suspect to anyone watching. Like if there's people in the
Yeah.
room, like it just looks like when I take out my phone to do a light meter reading, it just feels to them like I'm taking a picture of them. So yeah.
I'll point it right at somebody. I don't care.
You see,
I have.
you live in
I
America.
have where is this? So I have this old analog light meter.
Yeah, still reliable.
I don't know, but it's a Gossen 16, whatever that means.
Cool.
But I've never actually used it. It came in a box of Argus cameras.
I've heard you talk about this Argus load.
God, it's not okay. Hang on. Do you want to? I haven't showed anybody else on the podcast.
Yeah, let's see.
So these are just some of the Arguses. So there's like, and then
Oh my god,
just so many, and then there's an entire other box full of C3s down here.
that's
I think I have 4 C3s left.
okay. So you have the brick. This is the one. I have this one.
The brick.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have bricks?
You have more than one.
I don't even know where they're all at right now. But I have so many bricks. And I have cases for all of them, the nice leather cases.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you used
it
one?
came with all of it. See, that's a different story.
Right.
So I have not used one of these yet, but I want to because I know it's good with double exposures.
I know nothing about these cameras, and I have not used them. I think mine is actually bricked, meaning it's like frozen. So it's just decoration. They make really good decorations.
They do, and it drives Hans nuts because I always call it the Harry Potter camera. Because Colin Creevey, I remembered his name finally. Colin Creevey uses one in the second Harry Potter movie.
Really?
But yeah, he uses. If you look, Colin Creevey has like the Argus C3 with a big flash on it,
Nice.
like huge one, and it drives Hans nuts. I love it. I really want to try one of these because it was made in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, you should pick one of them, clean it up, and put some film in.
So I'm fairly certain that all of the ones I have work, and they are actually fairly clean. At least the bricks are. So they definitely were used when they were in somebody else's possession. And the lenses are super clear. There's no fungus or anything.
Yeah.
So I might do it eventually. Make a Substack post.
Dude, you bulk
I don't
film.
know.
You have like no excuse. You have bulk. How did you get Vision3 and bulk rolls, by the way? Isn't that like
eBay?
Oh, okay.
eBay and Etsy.
Okay. I shot Vision3. Well, it was rebranded Silver Salt. Okay, Silver Salt. I'll say it the German way. So I shot a roll of that this last summer, and I didn't really care for it, but
Too blue?
Green.
Did you use a warming filter?
I did not.
Oh, the warming filter helps. But if you would probably like Vision 250D rather than like 500T.
That's what it was. It was
It was 250D?
I did not like it.
Oh,
Green.
man.
But I think it was.
I love my 250D.
It was me. I definitely should have had a warming filter, which I have, but I just didn't have it.
So I've had a lot of good luck with 500T. People really seem to like what I'm doing with that, even though it's balanced for tungsten.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times I don't even shoot that with a warming filter.
Really?
I'll just go out. Yeah, I just go out and shoot it, and if it's blue, it's blue. But sometimes it's not blue, and I don't know if that's a certain roll or the way it's being scanned, but it's just working for me. That's how I got most of my Substack followers, which led to this podcast. And I'm not going to stop shooting Vision anytime soon. I just bought another bulk roll of 200. So
now it has emotional value for you because one thing.
I have to keep shooting the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of like that with Portra 160 because it was like when I worked at the portrait studio in high school, that was like our wedding film. And so I'll shoot Portra 160 on like the dreariest day in the winter, even though it's the most inappropriate film. I'll shoot it.
Because of the emotional attachment to it?
Definitely. And so,
Birgit was saying that she really likes Portra 160, that she thinks it's an underrated film, and you really don't hear about it that much.
No, not often at all. Not a lot of people are using it, and it's awesome. I mean, it's like Portra films are. I mean, portrait. They're made for portraits, so they're always have a really soft look to them. And I think that Portra 160 is really good for landscapes, especially when you want them to have a dreamy kind of feel. Because it is.
Oh, I'll have to get some.
Gonna have to get some. Plus, it's less expensive than.
It's less expensive than 400?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely cutting this part out of the podcast and buying some in bulk, like a brick of it, and then I'll come back and be like, yeah, Portra 160 is the shit.
It really is. I mean, I don't know. I think up until, like, I didn't really start experimenting with other films. I've been shooting film my whole life and then, just had, like, a brief break for a few years, but shot Portra 160, and then when I picked film back up again, went back to 160. And then I I think within the last 2 years tried like Portra 400 and 800. So those, I've never shot anything else besides 160. It's just like my film.
Oh, I'm going to steal your film.
Yeah,
maybe, because enough people have told me now, like I said, enough people have mentioned it now to where I'm like, well, I guess I might take a swing at that.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Phoenix. Phoenix 2 I bought of my own volition, and I really liked Phoenix 2. I got at least 2 portfolio shots with Phoenix 2 on one roll.
Yeah, because you like the blue of the Vision 3, so Phoenix 2 probably is like your thing. I
feel like I got some decent warmth from it too.
Yeah.
Except in the highlights. The highlights were very blue, but there was warmth in everything else, and I kind of liked the contrast.
Everything deserves a second chance, and so maybe I'll pick up another roll of it to shoot this fall, because if I'm shooting a lot of orange stuff, which I tend to do during fall time, I think the blue highlights would be a really nice rounded color scheme.
That brings up another topic I wanted to talk about, actually. Yeah. Is that how important is color in your work? Because it seems to me that you largely consider color before you even set up your camera.
It's a good observation. And that might be something that you've noticed about my photography that I don't even know myself. Because I think there are a lot of colors that I avoid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of warmth and I don't want to say subdued greens, but like the warmth and the green together, like I feel like you do that very well.
So coincidentally, this morning I was watching a YouTube by a guy named Jess Senko. You may or may not know. Doesn't sound familiar?
Vaguely. The name has come up recently for me.
He's a videographer. Well, he's also a photographer, but he primarily does video stuff. I don't know what it's called. Videography?
Yeah, videography.
And video editing and all that stuff that's also up your alley. But he had a video out in the last day or so talking about color, the importance of color in. You'll have to check it out. I'll have to send you a link because it's just it's hard for me to articulate. But basically his premise was people do a real disservice to themselves by including so much blue and so much so many cool tones in their photos, because we're sort of like psychologically hyping ourselves up. Like it causes. I have a background in psychology, and so I think about this stuff a lot. And so this video totally resonated with me because it made total sense. Blue is a tense color, and oranges and warm tones are calming to us. And so his video talked a lot about that in a very technical way, and that all of what he talked about would probably make a lot of sense to you as a video editor. But so visually for me as an analog photographer, I am looking for warm tones, because that is like what we talked about earlier, is what I want people to feel when they look at the photos that I take. I want it to be a calm down space.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I am looking for warm stuff, and I, I if it's a cool tone day, I'm just not going to take the camera out, because I know I'm not going to get the stuff that's going to make me feel good. So I'm always looking for warm scenes. I love like zoning out when the color of the ambient light is like a nice soothing warm. I have here a little cut flower farm, and I grow flowers of the warm spectrum. Orange.
Just the warm spectrum?
Yeah, I have like one that's kind of like a magenta pink down there, and that's just like kind of the oddball that doesn't get cut and put in bouquets at all. Everything else that I use in bouquets is always of a warm tone, because I'm looking for that calm and that soothing experience. And
So you're not only shooting those warm tones, you're creating those warm tones from seed to shoot.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I I grow flowers to sell, but I basically grow them so that I can take pictures of them and curate scenes in my greenhouse. So,
That's not a bad idea.
no, I mean,
You know what? I bet there's a lot of people over there that would love to have portraits taken in your greenhouse when you're ready to start shooting portraits your way.
yeah, probably so. And yeah, color is really important to me, but probably subconsciously. I look for it, and I intentionally shoot warm scenes, but not really realizing why until someone says something about it, like you have. And then I realize, yeah, I am doing this on purpose. Yeah, this is really important to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're doing an excellent job of
Thanks.
it. It's
Yeah.
it's incredible to. I really like your Instagram feed. I've recommended it to at least 3 people.
That's
So and now you're on the show, and
yes.
I don't know what my I don't know what my analytics look like on the new episode I just posted after the Jason episode.
Ooh,
But
that's gonna make me nervous. Like, now that you've had Jason on, like, more people are gonna see this one,
yeah,
because so I started the video, and I wrote you this when I messaged you, and
yeah,
it was like 10 seconds. I'm like, oh no, dude, this dude is Midwest. Like, just
I got the Midwest going.
yeah. I mean, it just like you can't, like, when you're from that area, the voice and the accent hit you hard, and you recognize it immediately. Like, if I ever meet Americans here and someone's from the Midwest, it's like there's a dental assistant where I go, and she's from, I want to say Nebraska, which I don't really consider the Midwest, but it's fine. We're fine. But anyway, and so she has like the same type of personality. Like, we really get along. And so when you know, you know. Anyway, so when I was watching the video of you with Jason, it was like, oh, I like this guy right away. How can he's from the Midwest? Yeah.
I give off big Midwest vibes. My favorite comment that somebody has ever put on any of my YouTube stuff is they said, "This guy gives off big maple syrup vibes." And I was like, "No, man, Michigan, but you're close." And he's like, "That's maple syrup too."
Yeah, that's like, people don't yeah, they don't understand, like, they think the North is the North, and that we all do the same thing, like Canada, like that we're Canadian, or yeah, like we said, we always are you from Canada? I get that a lot. Like, no, Wisconsin.
All the time.
Nobody ever knows where
All the time.
Wisconsin is. That's the thing. Like, oh, well, where's Wisconsin? So I always
Who the hell doesn't know where Wisconsin is?
many people don't know where Wisconsin is. Which I think is
This is the education system.
seriously. Yeah, but like, I don't know where Rhode Island is, so I mean,
I know the general area.
yeah,
It's the
like,
island on the East Coast somewhere.
yeah. So then I always just say, like, it's in the middle in the north. That's how I describe it, because that's where Wisconsin is. And then it starts to make sense. I feel like Michiganites are like, you have more to do with Canada than we do as Wisconsin people.
We do. I feel like we do a lot. We have a lot of the same things, like
Yeah.
hockey. Very, very big into hockey and
Yeah.
maple syrup.
Yeah.
Winter. I don't know why. Why does winter got to be our personality? Winter.
Everybody, all states have an identity, and just embrace it. I mean, Michigan's identity is always
Winter hellscape.
But like, does Detroit have like the neighborhoods where there's like no houses and nature's totally taken over?
There's a lot of places in the north end of Detroit that they've turned into farms in old neighborhoods.
See,
So it's really cool.
I would be interested in going there and shooting that, because I like the signs we were here kind of stuff, like remnants of where people were. I like that. Not in like Jason shoots like a lot of abandoned stuff. I don't care for that so much, but I like maybe like an old garden gate with ancient plants like still blooming on it, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That.
You like to see life in those abandoned places.
Exactly.
Not so much falling down, but more recently abandoned.
Right. Yeah. So that I think would be really interesting, is like, because where I grew up, the house that I grew up in burned down a long time ago. And then I guess that there's a bunch of flowers that are growing up on that site that my mom planted when we lived there. So like they made it through like fire and all kind of, so I like that would be cool to shoot. Like if I would go to Detroit and look for that kind of stuff, that's cool to me.
You'll find a whole bunch of it. There's a lot of different farming co-ops and all kinds of. So I'll send you some pictures. I haven't posted them on Instagram or anything, but there's old Art Deco style schools are closed. Just nothing going on with them, but nature is starting to take back over. So there's this like really nice tiled atrium, and there's a skylight over top, and some of the lights have fallen in and everything. But the vines that are growing up it's. I try not to post photos of my breaking and entering, but it's gorgeous. There are so many gorgeous things there.
Just do it. Who cares? Nobody's looking.
Oh, Detroit definitely is looking, because I did get I got a cease and desist information packet about being in the Belle Isle Zoo, which is a $500 fine.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're monitoring social media to see who gets into at least the Belle Isle Zoo.
Oh, that's nuts. Okay, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But it's still cool.
It is cool.
And you can still get in there. They're not good at security there. I'm not saying I'm going back in there. I'm just saying I could if I wanted.
Go on a rainy day. Like everyone's hiding. Go on a rainy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice rainy day. Mm-hmm. Actually, no. I think the busier the better, because security's distracted.
That's true. All
right. Well, I think I have actually gotten through all of my questions.
Cool.
And I think this was fun, because it was like we knew each other, because we came from the same part of the world pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much. You should start a darkroom page where people can order your prints.
Maybe.
It's free to do. It's free to start.
Darkroom.
It doesn't cost anything.
Well, I'm like...
I'll send you a link. It's I think it's darkroom.com. But you can start they'll print it out for you and ship it out to people who order your stuff. And they just take part of the commission cost. Okay.
See, these are the things I don't know, because I just tech is just not my friend, and I'm not good at researching. And so, if it's something that you think would sell, I don't want to say sell, but would be easy for me to use, that could get my work out into the world, then I'll consider it.
Yeah, it's just because I'm sure there's people out there who love your photography enough that they're going to want to buy prints of it.
Yeah.
And if you don't give them the option, they never will. But
you're right.
If you have that website, they can buy it. And it costs you nothing to maintain. It's just a matter of going there, tossing some prints up, and they do all the rest.
Well said.
They do everything else.
Well said. If you don't give them the option, they never will.
All right. Well, I am going to go pick my son up from school.
Okay.
I have a half day today. And it was awesome talking to you. I had a blast. This is fun.
Why don't you, in the meantime, send me your mailing address, and the Mamiya 645 is yours. I don't want money for it.
What?
Yeah, just...
I can't do that.
Seriously. And the remaining hectare I have in the fridge, that's going to you too. I feel like I want to to pass it on, and if you will get more use out of it,
Oh
then
my God.
it's sitting. I know you gotta go, but like 30 seconds.
Oh, no, you're fine. I still have like 10 minutes before I got to be out the door.
No, it's totally yours. You can have it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will send you something in return.
Maybe
I don't know what it will be.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But you know, we're Midwest family, so if this,
You have no idea how much I appreciate. I've been selling everything to buy one.
no, this is all yours. I honestly don't know if it works, and I may or may not film test it before I send it to you if you need to get it CLA'd, but yeah.
Yeah, I can get it. There's a camera shop 30 miles away from here that can take care of it and everything. But
Okay.
oh my God,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And don't worry, you are going to get plenty of love and appreciation through Substack, Instagram, and this podcast.
Hey, man.